Hello everyone, this is Dylan back with another exciting video right here on the Trini Gardener channel. I'm super excited for this one because we're going to be talking about a gardening technique that goes back I don't know how many hundreds and thousands of years, and I'm super excited to share this with you all and to encourage you all to use these kind of traditional techniques that do have their own reasoning, they do have their own logic, the reason why people did this way back and why it might be a good idea for us to adopt those same practices today. Now, today we're going to be talking about the three sister method of gardening, which is a gardening technique that was passed down and learned from the Iroquois tribe in North America, a Native Amerindian tribe, and they had been doing this for however many generations. And they end up teaching this to the pilgrims that came over from Europe, and it's a technique that has been employed in different levels over the course of the years, and it's continued even today. One of the things that we in the channel really enjoy and we like about this gardening technique is that it's one of those things that truly pushes you towards being self-sustainable. It's one of those things that allows us to have a very close cycle in terms of what we're bringing onto our property. Now, we're not going out and just gathering and buying things from the hardware that's polluting and causing so much of unnecessary harm to the planet, but rather we're using things that are available right on the compound, things that we can use and reuse and have growing our crops for us without ever needing to go to the garden shop to buy extra materials. So let's talk about the basics of the three sister gardening method. Now, the three sister gardening technique centers around three main crops or three types of crops. The first crop being something sturdy. So for instance, here I have corn that I grew some time back. All right, so that could be considered a sturdy crop that you have a nice stalk where things can climb up on, right? That leads us to the next crop, which is something that is vining, something that climbs, something like a bean or peas. Those are things that generally climb. So for instance, here, I'll bring you all in and you can see I have some body. So what you do is you plant the corn next to the bean and you have it vine all along the sturdier crop. So you're going to want to plant the sturdy crop first, make sure that it gets established, and then plant the bean because beans tend to grow really fast, and then they'll use the corn itself as a trellis. So that way we don't have to go out and buy any kind of materials. We have the trellis that's all natural, 100% natural, right here in the garden, completely organic. And the last part of the three sister gardening is something that is to protect the soil itself, and that's something like squash or pumpkin that has those nice big leaves that crawl all around the ground. So altogether, you would have a system whereby you have your sturdy crops such as corn. On top of that, you would then have your peas growing on top of your corn, and then protecting the ground at the very bottom would be pumpkin, all right, or something like squash. The Iroquois really did, and today of course probably still do, believe in the god of the corn, god of peas, god of pumpkin. Those are their belief systems, and you know, it was something that had been passed down from generations, that if you sort of worship these gods by planting these crops, these three sister crops from three sister gods, you would never be out of food and you'd always be able to have a nice bountiful harvest. Now today, we have a lot of scientific backing for why this method of gardening is actually quite interesting and quite worthy of being implemented in your home garden. The first thing is that you would think that having corn next to the peas would create some kind of competition, that it would end up competing for nutrients. But the truth is that peas, or anything that's a legume, they basically have the ability of doing what's called nitrogen fixing, right? Nitrogen fixing is the ability to actually take nitrogen out of the atmosphere and then store that nitrogen in your roots. Not every crop can do this, but any kind of peas can, which is the reason why things like pigeon peas, they grow really well, and they grow really well here in Trinidad as well, because we always have the temperature for it, and you never really need to put any extra nitrogen or any extra manure in your soil, because the crops, those kind of legumes, they can create more or less their own nitrogen. And the squash on the ground itself, that has the ability to then shield the soil. So microorganisms that live in the soil itself, they're not going to be lost from things like too much of water degradation or sunlight, extra sunlight on the soil itself, baking off those organisms. So it's a really efficient way of protecting your crops, growing your crops, having a bountiful harvest, and it's something that you should really think about implementing in your home garden. Now, of course, you can make up your own rules when it comes to the tree sister form of gardening. For instance, corn is not the only steady crop in the world. For instance, here in Trinidad, it's really popular for us to plant peas, pigeon peas, right? Now, this is very different to the normal peas that are like sweet pea or snap peas, because they have a really strong, sturdy tree that ends up growing. So what I've done here is actually I've done a peas on a peas in a sense, because I have some bodi, right? This is the pink or red bodi that I have growing up. And of course, bodi is a vining crop. Bodi, for those of you who don't know, is it's actually the yard long bean, right? And yeah, I had this vining up the peas, and it's my trellis. I don't need to do any trellis or any kind of matcha for my bodi, because the bodi can grow right up here. So that's another way of implementing the tree system form of gardening, using your own rules, and you can make it up as you go. For instance, pumpkin is not the only ground cover crop. You can do cucumber, you can do squash, anything that has those nice big leaves and they crawl along the ground, they'll do the same job. For instance, here I'm going to take you out and show you. We have some sweet potato on the ground itself, and that's shielding the dirt itself. It's shielding the soil. So that's how simple it is. The tree sister gardening technique is something that I really hope that you will consider implementing in your home garden, or if you already use it or use a version of it, I'll be really excited to know, what are you using exactly as your sturdy crop? What are you using as your vining crop? What are you using as your ground cover? I'd be really interested to know. So please leave a comment and let me know how you're using this, or if you plan to use it. I'll be really excited to see as well. You can send me pictures on Instagram, send me your gardening videos on TikTok. I'm really excited to see what's going on in your garden. And if you follow us on there, you can see what's happening in the Trini Gardener garden as well. Remember, if you know someone can benefit from this information and grow more food for themselves and their family, become more self-sustainable in this time where we need as much help as possible with food, please share this video with them. Help encourage them to grow more food for themselves and their family. Remember, as always, this has been Dylan from the Trini Gardener channel, reminding you to get up and get growing. Take care.